everyone, I'm Shannon Slatton. COVID-19 has impacted a lot of businesses, causing lost productivity and profits. But one Crystal business has figured out a way to help out while expanding its offerings.
We really started this whole electrolyzed water and steam cleaning and cleaning to keep our own team safe. And at the same time, we knew it down the road we'd be able to help our customers with their exterior cleanliness.
In addition to commercial groundskeeping, Prescription Landscape now offers external sanitation services to businesses. Using a combination of dry steam cleaning and electrolyzed salt water, the company will clean anything from vehicles and equipment to railings, door handles, and keypads. They gave us a demonstration of how the process works. Dry steam means there isn't much water involved, so it's safe for electrical devices. And electrolyzing salt water produces a type of acid from the chlorine in the salt, which forms a disinfectant. Best of all for the company, they can make the disinfectant themselves with a special machine. COO Tom Hunyon says the process is quick, easy, and safe.
It's not bleach, it's not your Clorox wipes and that type of thing. It's a product we can manufacture that's very safe.
Hunyon also says their new sanitation service has generated a lot of interest from their clients.
Some Osseo school teachers have voiced concerns on social media about not having sufficient custodians. But we spoke to the executive director of operations, who says they're actually better staffed this year than previous.
This year is no different. We are looking to hire a few custodians for our buildings.
The executive director of finance and operations for Osseo area schools says it's typical for this time of the year to hire for fall.
Whether it be our nutrition service staff, our Kids Stop staff, some of our bus paraprofessionals as well.
While the school district looks to fill positions in all areas, some teachers are most concerned about not having enough custodians. On a District 279 Facebook group, an anonymous Osseo staff member wrote, in part, "Right now, we are unsure how we will keep common areas clean without the additional support." Another wrote, "We have great staff, just not enough."
And that's part of our overall staffing program that we're looking at. And so part of that, those openings that we have could include substitutes as well.
Meyer says there's actually been a slight increase in custodians this year with 142 employees. Last year, there were 138. And there's still 5 openings left.
It's important to note that our comprehensive COVID operations plan, it was based on our current reality in terms of our staffing levels.
But even with sufficient custodians, teachers are still expected to sanitize their classrooms. Meyer says it's a shared responsibility.
Health and safety is certainly at the utmost of all of our concern. And we are working very hard in our operations department to ensure that we are looking at through our fall COVID response plan to make sure that our facilities are ready with the highest level of safety and health for all of our teachers and our staff, as well as our students and families.
In Maple Grove, Pafu Yang, CCX News.
A Maple Grove Dental Clinic is donating its services to essential workers on the front line of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We'll have you fill out your medical history forms.
On Friday, employees at Maple Grove Smiles Dentistry volunteered its services to grocery store workers who've been putting in some long hours during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Anything a patient needs that I can provide same day is what I'm focusing on today.
68-year-old Linda Newberger works at the deli department at Cub Foods in Maple Grove.
Well, I keep busy. Not a lot of people run like I do.
Newberger says it's been about 10 years since she sat in a dentist's chair. The single mom made sure her children and grandchildren had everything they needed before focusing on herself.
I haven't been able to eat hard food, potato chips, anything, just because the teeth are all gone.
Costs also factored into her decision to delay dentist visits.
There's other things important in my life than worrying about that.
That's why she's so grateful for today's generous gift.
I was crying when she told me. I was going to go to the grave like this.
In Maple Grove, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
These last 6 months have been real busy. Just the way the pandemic shut down a lot of businesses, it was just as difficult to try to start one. My son Mitchell was working as a fiber optic splicer, and he reached the point where he needed a career change. The one thing that thought that maybe I could teach them was owning a business or starting a business. And then we decided that, maybe we should do a brewery. A brewery in Champlin started to make a lot of sense. And then we were steered to the Ruby Tuesday location by the city of Champlin. The city was great to work with. They wanted a brewery in Champlin. They provided us with some special privileges, the ability to have live music, the ability to have food trucks to get an on sale, off sale, Sunday sales type licensing. We acquired the building on March 30th and started the remodeling process, which was quite a challenge, but we opened up early June and haven't looked back since. We have a 5-barrel system, brew kettle, mash tun, hot liquor tank. And I know a lot of breweries have a lot bigger equipment, but one of our concepts is to be able to do small batches, do a lot of different types of beers, do some experimenting.
The beer is perfect. They have different selections, and actually every one of them are really good.
This place is great. Every beer I've tried is really good.
When we put in the garage doors, the idea was to try to get some outdoor seating. And obviously with the pandemic and COVID, that's really the preferred avenue. Everybody wants to be outside. This was an area that needed something. The ability to bring people and community together at a location has been really positively reviewed by the city, and by the local people who have been in here from the community to visit us. We've got about 4 or 5 beers that we started off with, and they've already become kind of our flagship beers, so we can kind of grow from here as we start to come out of the pandemic. Even though it's a lot of work, I still feel like a kid again.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.